Yes, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Real Reds Talk, a fan channel that represents the most authentic, genuine fans, including yourselves. And this is your late night live. The topics on the table tonight, get ready for this. Dan Ashworth, Manchester United. We've spoken about it multiple times on this channel. I definitely want to get into that discussion, and maybe a few other kind of people being appointed, let's say, at Manchester United. Dry Jan. Now, that is in reference to January. John Murtagh's come out with a couple of interesting comments that I definitely want to dive into. I want to see if you guys think we will sign anyone in January. I want to speak a little bit about Raphael Varane as well, because he's had a bit of a resurgence of late, and the Athletic have put a couple of things out. There's stuff about Icardi, and of course, if there's any time towards the end, we'll do something interactive with you lot as well. So make sure you smash a like on the video, get involved in the comments section as we go through these topics that are on the table. It's getting kind of into interesting times now, isn't it, Sam? Because you've got New Year coming up. It's Christmas time. Players coming back. It's a gym. They're saying it's going to be early New Year, but they've said this so many times. It's kind of, you don't really know. But the club's future is shaping up, it would seem, and that kind of starts with Dan Ashworth. We know about the other appointments: Paul Mitchell, Jean-Claude Blanc, and a few others. But this is a guy, Sam, that you have referenced on this channel quite a lot in terms of the job that he's done at Newcastle. So obviously, I'm assuming that you think this would be a fantastic appointment, right?
Yeah, Charlie, shout out to Charlie Malvin in the comments, has just put it in a sentence. Blanc, Ashworth and Mitchell, probably not going to happen, would be a dream team. Also proves Ineos are very serious about this takeover, which pretty much, like, on Dan Ashworth specifically, this was the guy who helped Brighton on their rise up the table and up to playing some fantastic football, some ridiculous recruitment of players for next to nothing, and they've then sold them for massive profit. Like you can go through it. Alexis McAllister, Caicedo, Mitoma is probably going to be one that's going to go as well. Evan Ferguson is probably going to go at some point. So you've got these guys, and he's also responsible for the recruitment of the management as well. Like, he identified Graham Potter when he was at, what was the was it a Danish team he was at, or a Norwegian team?
Who?
Graham Potter, before he went to Swansea.
Before Swansea. I can't remember the name of the club, but I know
whoever it was. But apparently Ashworth knew him from then. He knew who he was.
Right, interesting.
And then the timing didn't work out. He went to Swansea, but then he sort of kept in touch with him, and then after Swansea, he picked him up. Swedish team, Charlie. Yeah, that's this. I can't remember their name. Osterund, I want to say.
You're not far away. I know exactly what you're on about. You're
if there's any Norwegians any Swedes in the chat, I apologise.
Someone will pull it up. Yeah, we need that like a Joe Rogan moment there. Yeah. Jamie, pull it up.
Where's Henry? Facts, please.
Yeah, Henry's usually your guy, isn't it?
So yeah, they identified and they brought him in, and he was very, very successful with Brighton. Obviously, he went to Chelsea, didn't work out. It was probably a step too early, I think, for Potter. He probably needed that next in between one, because the demand at Chelsea is like insane. And then immediately they just went, without even blinking, De Zerbi in, and he took Brighton to an even higher level. Obviously, they struggled a bit this season, but he's took them to the next level last season. So I think he's a guy who's not to be sort of sniffed at. Obviously, then Newcastle have identified this. They got all this investment, new project, lots of money, new manager, new CEO, everything brand new, and they wanted to invest. And that's what you do when you've got money and you've got people. You will go hire the best in class, and Dan Ashworth is one of those people. I believe he worked with the FA as well. He's responsible for the whole St George's Park, where they've got all the England training thing in Burton, and the way that England youth teams are set up, so they can just feed straight into the senior team, etc. That's why you've seen people like Matt Gahey come through. I'm sure Kobe Mainoo will come through as well, the England team. So he's a guy who knows what he's talking about, and he's a guy who's got identifiable skills, and he's got a track record. And I think Newcastle, if this is true, they've got to be quite worried about right back now, because he's been responsible for getting the players that they've got in as well. You got the likes of Bruno Guimaraes, you got the likes of Isaac, you got they brought very smart buying Kieran Trippier. Obviously, we all know about Kieran Trippier, but very smart buying Sven Botman. Do you know what I mean? They've recruited really, really well. And you got Eddie Howe, manager who's not got a massive profile. Like, he's not a Unai Emery. He's not an Eric Ten Hag. Like, he was a small guy. He was at Bournemouth. But they saw the talent, they saw the skill to push Newcastle up to the next level. Will he be the manager that they do when they want to win titles? Probably not. But for the right now, it's a good manager. So, yeah, if this happens, fantastic appointment.
Yeah, well, it's said that he's interested in becoming the sporting director, but he'll only accept the move if he is significantly backed and allowed the same freedom he's been afforded at Newcastle. Because, of course, anyone in this kind of cog at United or machine, whatever you want to call it, especially at the top, adheres to whatever kind of idiots running the asylum at times, as we've known for the past kind of 10 years. So, absolutely wants backing in that. And he should be backed, because if you look at the players, you've mentioned some of them already. So Dan Ashworth's signings at Brighton and Newcastle include Leandro Trossard, Lamptey, Caicedo, Mitoma, Cucurella, Isaac, Gordon, Botman, Pope, and Livramento. Okay, and all these signings, when you first initially bought them, I've done a bit of digging, cost a total of 230 million quid. All of them have probably, I'd guess, tripled in value. In Caicedo's case, I mean, times 20, 30, whatever you want to call it, because he was bought for 4 million quid. So he makes really, really astute signings. He's got a fantastic network. And then you look at the in comparison to Manchester United, so that they cost 230 mil. We spent
Did we get three
Sancho
players?
And Maguire. Three players. Three players we spent that on. Antony, Sancho, Maguire. Sancho doesn't even play for us. Anthony's been an horrific signing. And
Maguire's
been
been 50-50.
Yeah, so obviously this is a change that's needed, and his resume backs it up. And if you can get a powerhouse of Paul Mitchell, Dan Ashworth, and Jean-Claude Blanc, you ain't getting a much better trio than that. And if they can't sort the problems out of Manchester United, I don't know who can.
If they come in, which is fantastic. Shout out to Jarvis Cocker in the chat, by the way. I don't think it's the real Jarvis Cocker, but there you go. If you do get them in, again, like Dan Ashworth apparently has been saying, you have to leave them alone. You cannot be interfering. You cannot be... The Glazers and Joel and Avram cannot be going in and interfering with that at all. They need to let them do the work. Let them... what the kids say? Let them cook, as it were. Like... That's what you need to leave them to. This is what these guys are good at. Extremely good at. And this is the reason why they're so in demand across different clubs and different things. There's like, we've been through Paul Mitchell's history 1,000 times. We've been through John Claude Blanc's history. Dan Ashworth, you add to that same level. So the Glazers, if they are giving up control of the footballing side, which I still have my doubts that they're going to relinquish control, because we've heard stories of Joel still being involved on that board with Sir Dales Brailsford and Sir Jim Radcliffe and having the 3-man team. So I don't know, but they have to leave them to it, because if they interfere, these guys will just go, nah, it's not. I'm not for me, and they'll fuck off, because they know they'll snap up a job like that. Like, these guys are not gonna have a problem getting a job, so you have to let them do their job. So I hope that's the case, but time will tell.
NT's asking, where's this coming from? So you've got Jack Talbot, who's the chief correspondent from the Times, I believe, and you've got Chris Wheeler as well, who's relatively good connections usually.
I think.
Yeah, Daily Mail or the Mail, whichever one it is. I always get confused. So they're not bad sources. It's not as if it's been plucked out of thin air.
It's not Neil Custard.
No, it's definitely not Neil Custard. So I think it sounds good, but of course still a lot of work to go. Whilst we're on the discussion of, people at the top running things, John Murtough, there's been a couple of interesting quotes, haven't there, coming out from him about the January transfer window. And I'll read the direct quote and then I'll get your thoughts on it. And again, people in the chat, get your opinions in and we'll dive into it. So John Murtough said, looking at the January transfer window, we all know what's coming next. I mean, I don't even have to read the rest of the quote.
Can I just guess? Can I guess?
You already know.
We're not signing anybody. There's no value in the market. But if somebody becomes available, then we'll do. Is that it? What's
interesting is we don't expect it to be particularly busy. There will always be opportunities, particularly in finding opportunities for players who aren't playing as much as they would like. So that's, kind of signaling straight away.
That's a loan, isn't it?
Yeah. However, we've always been consistent in saying that we do not consider January to be the best time to do business. Evra, Vidic, Bruno, but okay. It's the best time to do business, and that our recruitment strategy remains focused on the summer transfer window. We get this brief every year, don't we, Sam?
It's just why I don't understand why people are asking him like it's going to be different. Like it's the same thing.
Same old, isn't it?
Same thing every year. Are we going to touch on the fact that he was in Saudi as well?
That was my next thing that I was going to talk on. So we mentioned on the show yesterday, me, Shreyas and Connor, that he went to Saudi to kind of negotiate these deals, and then it's like, well, he's built a relationship but didn't really get any concrete deals on the go. So it's like, all right, so this guy
had a holiday. He had a holiday
and Saudi in like the space of 2 years, and just popped his fucking feet up and relaxed and had a holiday. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? And apparently he's going to stay at the club, Sam, when Ineos take over.
He can fuck
which is
off.
Interesting, isn't it?
He can literally, unless he's making the biscuits for like John Corblanc and Paul Mitchell and Dan Ashworth, he can get to fuck.
Yeah.
Absolutely get to fuck. What has this guy done?
Know.
He's done nothing.
Well, what's he gonna do if he's sporting director now, and you've got Paul Mitchell coming in, you've got Dan Ashworth, and you've got Jean-Claude? What is his role? What, you can't just keep him around. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what's his actual? You got Fletcher there as well.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
I don't understand. I really don't understand it. Like,
can we get one of these jobs? Can we get one of these jobs? Can we just go work at United and have no job description? Just be like, he does whatever.
Because if you're going to do an overhaul, do it properly. Get rid of that, have a big clear out and bring in the professionals. I don't know. It's a bizarre one to me. Richard Murtaugh. John Murtaugh, I mean, I think, if I'm right...
He's been at the club a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, for like 2014, I think. He came in with David Moyes, I think, because he came over from Everton. Yeah. And then has just lingered about ever since, and then got put into that role that of sporting director, and has just done a shocking job. Like, no one else would hire him now.
No.
Any other club. No. Like, we really want Dan Ashworth. No one is looking at John Murtaugh and, like, licking the lips saying, get this fucking bloke in, because he's done a serious job.
What did he do at Everton? United. What did he do at Everton?
He was like a sports scientist or something like that, I think. Everton, and for the Premier League. He did bits for the Prem as well.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. We have people in place who have never done the job before anywhere else. No. The first time doing the job is at United, and then we wonder why we're run like shit. It's like, there's a reason. Like, if you go for any job, as you well know and I well know, most jobs are like, we want experience, because they want someone to hit the ground running, and like it's very rare. The only time, like, for example, in my personal life, I moved careers like last year. And the only reason I got into the company I got into because it was a smaller company. If you're a massive conglomerate, a massive thing, which Manchester United is, business-wise and sporting-wise, you need to have experience, man. Like, Newcastle are not hiring just random people. Brighton are not hiring random people. They're hiring people who've got experience in this. Like, it's so bizarre, man. Like, it's so bizarre when people like... Phil Jones is still at the fucking club, man. He's coaching the under-18s. Like, we just don't want to fire people, apparently, on the coaching staff or in the board. They just fucking hang around for years, never go anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd be much more comfortable with them three in charge if I knew them three were coming in. I mean, that is... You're almost talking the best in class. You look at Jean-Claude Blanc's work. I discussed him on the video that'll drop eventually when Ineos fucking announced that they're taking over United. His work is super impressive. Yeah, December next year or summer probably. But his work at Juventus and PSG is unbelievable. Paul Mitchell's record speaks for itself. Yep. Every club he's been at, he's done really, really well. And then likewise with Dan Ashworth. So if you get them three in, you probably have to pay him a lot because to take him from Newcastle obviously won't want to lose him. But United paid the big bucks in it. So yeah, I think they'll be very interesting appointments.
It looked good on his CV as well. Like, went from Brighton to Newcastle, Manchester United. He can basically sign after he leaves United. He can sign for whoever he wants. He could go like work for FIFA or work for Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Like, he could go.
Yeah.
It's only up from like if you've got United on your seat. Unless you're a player, there's not many players who leave United and then continue the upward trend. Is there? It's like Ronaldo, probably it.
Career killers, isn't it? United. Simple as that. We are career killers.
Shout out to Brian in the chat as well, by the way.
Nice we've not seen Brian for a while, but it's nice to see you. Evening, lads, and everyone in the chat. I hope everyone is well. I think because it's late night live, Brian might be able to tune in because I think he works quite late. So yeah, big up to Brian for joining us. NC says the owners want people with the same level of experience and drive to win as them, so none.
Yep.
If we can get 2 out of those 3, I'll actually be excited about what can happen. Same, I'm the exact same, because when I heard about Ineos and Ratcliffe, I had my hesitations. I was like, I don't know. I'm still not entirely sure about a certain part of it, but you're getting the right people in there to deal with.
This is the best. This would be the best.
Still hear me, 'cause
yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. I was saying this is the best of a bad situation, because the Glazers are still here and they will be for however long, like could be 3-5 years, whatever it is. But if you can have, like you said, these 3 people in charge of the football and the Glazers just fuck off in the corner and just collect the checks, it's the best of a bad situation, isn't it, really? Like, that's as good as you can get with them still being here.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like take it or leave it. Like, what do you want the Glazers to just
running
still be there with no one coming in? Or at least something to fucking cling on to, innit? And I do think with them 3 in place, in situ, whatever you want to call it, this transfer strategy will change significantly. Like,
oh, I think he's gone. Apologies if you see 2 of me right now. I'll just I'll try and get him back. People in the chat, chuck me some questions. Let me see if I can put myself. Yeah, I can put myself on one.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, is he back?
Always happens.
He's back.
You put yourself on a big screen now. I just got it on the thing.
I just had to move
I'm
it.
on a big screen.
I was seeing 2 with me, and I was like, it's disconcerting. I don't like it. So I just moved it.
That would throw me off, to be fair. Discord, just doing Discord things pisses me off. But I don't know where it cut me off. I'll speak about Casemiro. I think we're going to, kind of take it away from the transfer strategy we was at. And that includes players like Rafael Varane, who I'm going to touch on shortly. But that is what we need to do, I think, now, innit, Sam? Like, in terms of going for these, I think Paul Mitchell has kind of an age cap of what he goes for, so like 25 and under.
24, I think.
Yeah, it might be 24, in terms of the players. So do you think that would be the correct kind of way the right path to go down, these players like Todibo and maybe a couple
I'd love to. I think you could sort of, because we're not Brighton. Like, no offense to Brighton, no offense to... No, for fuck's sake, this is ridiculous. No offense to Kieran Maguire, friend of the channel. Brighton are not Manchester United. I think. Is he back? No, he's not back.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, he's back now. I don't know how much you heard, but no offense to Brighton and Kieran Maguire, like friend of the channel, but Brighton are not Manchester United, so we could afford to shop in bigger stores slightly. So we can still bring in the talent, like, so we can still we can identify these like gems like a Matoma or people like that, but then we can still go in for, like, say, a Florian Wirtz, for example. Do you know what I mean? Like the next big star, because we can afford to go do that. And I think that would be a good mixture to go for, like these unearthed gems who don't cost that much, and you can develop them and see what you can get out of them and possibly turn them into future stars. And then these guys who are on the cusp of becoming great, and not overpay for them and not be like Anthony, for example. I don't imagine much scouting and much identification went into him. They just went, Ten Hag, who do you want? And they went.
Ten Hag just went, let me check.
Yeah,
available.
Whereas Florian Wirtz has clearly been like, he's clearly a guy who's going to like break out in the next couple of years. He's going to be that guy. So these are the guys. I think you can mix that 2 together and just stop buying these aged stars who are past the best and are holding on for a paycheck, and be unproven players who we haven't scouted, who we haven't done our due diligence on, and overpaying for them. Need to be done with that shit.
Yeah, 100%. NT says, I don't think most people would begrudge the Glazers a small profit if they actually won the club well.
I would.
If we won the club well and won trophies, I mean, they certainly take the pressure off themselves, but we'd still fucking hate them. Brian Casey says, I've been super busy recently. I got a promotion at work, so congratulations. I was looking at the soundboard to play you a noise, but the soundboard's gone. I don't know why. It's not there. So they've taken it off us. But well done to Brian there. So can't tune in to as many lives as I'd like. That's absolutely fine. No worries, Brian. I think Brian's going to the show at Paddock as well. Yes. In Ireland. So yeah, enjoy that. It's just like a good
say hello to Jay and everybody for us.
Absolutely. Right, let's speak about Rafael Varane a little bit. The Athletic put something out before that, obviously during his little spat with Eric Ten Hag or whatever it was, his focus during, his times on the sideline has always been on seizing the moment when it comes. And I think that's a lot to say for, you compare it to someone like a Jadon Sancho who's been on the sidelines and just not even bothered to make an effort or to apologise, whatever you want to call it. Raphael Varane has come back in the side now and looks really, really good, doesn't he? Like I forgot how much we actually missed him.
He's class, man. Like, the dude is class. Like, Jadon Sancho should look at, like, Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Raphael Varane, and be like, these guys were out of the team for whatever different reasons, obviously. Two of them wanted to be, were trying to be sold in the summer. Like, we were trying to get two of them out the door. And they've come back in and been picked. Obviously, Harry Maguire and Raphael Varane have been picked on merit because of performances. Scott McTominay, but I digress. But yeah, the guy is world class. We said, like, last year, our defence was rock solid thanks to him and Lisandro Martinez. Those two guys held our defence together and nobody was getting past them. And I think on the ball, he's one of the best defenders we have. And then also marshalling the defence and positioning the other defenders around him to where they need to be. I think he's fantastic at it. And he made Johnny Evans, who's 35, probably past his best, and he's only here because he wants to keep fit and he's on a 1-year deal. He made him look really fucking good next to Raphael Varane. So the guy has always been class, and I have always said he's our best centre-back we have. The issue we always have with him is his fitness. No. That's always been the issue.
So upsetting though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So upsetting.
If he could stay fit,
oh my god.
It'd be you couldn't drop him. It'd be undroppable. Like,
it'd be so important.
He's had. I could count on my one hand the amount of times he's had a shit performance. Like, there's not been many. Honestly, there's not been many. And I think, I hope he continues that form. And you never know. Like, with us being out of Europe, we want to play him once a week. Maybe he can play every game. Maybe he can, because he gets that break of 5 days all the time. And then I know we've got the FA Cup still, so maybe you rotate him for them, but you just play him every league game. But I'm glad to see it, man. It makes me happy to see him again.
That's one thing I will say. Like, the time we have now between games is, I think it's going to help us significantly. Because you look at the workload we had last year, it's obviously affected us this season. Yeah. And now we've got full week, not even just that, on the training ground as well, for players to get a bit more used. Players like Amrabat, Regulon, whoever it is.
Ericsson's back as well. Like, he's back in training, which is fantastic. Ahmad is on his way back.
Ahmad, Lisandro, Mount,
coming back. Casemiro's back on the grass and stuff like that. So we're getting there slowly, man. And if we're only playing once a week and we can put out full strength every fucking week, that should help us, like, skyrocket up the table and secure that Champions League spot for next season. And hopefully by next season we've got new ownership, new structure in place, and we can build on that. But obviously that's wishing for a lot, and it's based on, like, and
also it's like how much in terms of the people that are coming in, how quick is that impact going to be? It's going to be probably quite spread out in terms of until we notice.
As long as there's like green shoots of, like, progress, I think fans can be patient. Like, if you see shoots of progress and you're like, okay, they're trying, they're doing certain things, you can sort of accept that. It's when it's stagnant and then nobody's changing to try and move things along and tweaking things. That's when fans get annoyed, because you're trying the same shit and it's not working. You need to change things. So I think that's where fans get annoyed.
You can already see the New Year kind of newspaper that comes out, or the article, or the PRs. New Year, New United. This is what we're going to do. This is, new, fresh, da-da-da. So Adam is in the chat. Wow, let's see what Adam's saying. Big up to him. He's probably just finished work, in fairness. Yeah. As bad as it sounds, I feel bad for those also on the board who don't know if they'll be in a job in a month or 2 months' time. The uncertainty should never happen. That's what our owners do. Oh yeah, they don't care. They're getting what they want. So anyone else below is what it is to them. Right, because we were speaking about French players, Sam, I thought I'd challenge you a little bit.
Okay.
So, can you name, and again, chat, help him out if you guys know, but I reckon...
Where's Henry? Henry! Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, I reckon you'll probably get most. Okay. Because a lot of them probably 90s era as well, I would say. But can you name 10 French players who have played for Man United?
Okay.
You reckon?
Cantona.
Yep.
Patrice Evra.
Yep.
Anthony Martial.
Yeah, Ballon d'Or clause.
Yeah. Is it still active? Laurent Blanc.
Yep.
Louis Saha.
Laurent Blanc. Saha, very nice. Clean. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
So far.
There's 10.
There's 10. There's probably more, to be honest.
I've
thought
Aubertan French.
Aubertan, yeah, that's probably the
French.
most niche one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the rest after that are a lot easier.
Barthez.
Yep, Barthez is certainly in there. The French Onana.
Oh, we just spoke about him, Varane.
Yes, Raphael Varane. Where the fuck's Varane? Yeah. So
how many have I got?
still
Two more. One.
1, 2, 3. 3 left. Yeah.
Jesus. I'm trying to
3 left. You've got 1. You're missing a massive one.
Am I?
A massive one. Yeah.
Shit.
Huge one.
Bollocks. I'm trying to think now. Who could that be?
Massive French player who played for us.
I think the biggest one's Eric Cantona, isn't it? That's the biggest French player.
In terms of like the best, yeah. But I'm talking like profile wise. You know.
Oh fuck yeah. Pogba.
Yes, Paul Pogba. That's one of our most expensive signings, I think.
Yeah. 89 million? 88 million?
Something like that, yeah. 80 odd. Same category as Anthony there. Right, there is 2 left. 2 a little bit more low profile. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. So one of them under Fergie, and one of them I would near 2015-ish, I'd probably say. So 2 French players left. People in the chat, talk to me. Who do you think?
Was Sylvester French? Or was he African French? Is he French?
Yeah, okay. Sylvester. Yeah, he's one. And then 1 left. 1 left. I think he's currently playing in fucking Greece, I think.
2015, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is the hard one. I wouldn't have got this because I was going through it.
Who's that then? Is that Van Gaal? Is he signed under Van Gaal?
Yep.
Bollocks.
He was shit. Proper shit.
I mean, that doesn't help me.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, because most of him was the majority, but he's... Yeah, you look back at it now, you're like, why the fuck did we sign him?
Depay was Dutch, wasn't he? French.
Midfielder. French.
I don't know it. I don't know it.
Does anybody,
look in the chat. Has anybody got it in the chat?
Yeah, I think NT's got it. Adam's got it.
Okay.
And then NT's just popped it in again. You got Belling as well, but it's Schneiderlin.
Fuck off. Nah, never would have got that.
Schneiderlin.
Never would have got that.
Because he's shit. Who remembers Schneiderlin played for United? Like, I remember Southampton, and anything past that is just dead in the water.
How much did we pay for Schneiderlin?
I think it was 25 mil. 30 million. I think something along the lines of that. We've had some pretty good French players, haven't we? Look at Cantona, Evra, even Blanc at periods was good. Saha, when he was fit and available, was really, really good. But then
was the Yap Stam replacement, though, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He didn't play loads of games for us, I don't think, but
he fell out. He fell out with Fergie, did he? Stam, and then he was gone the next day, and then we got.
Like early 2000s, I think it was, for 1 or 2 years, potentially. Yeah, so I thought I'd throw that challenge. You're more than welcome to throw one back at me if you want, because I always feel like I throw them to everyone, and then.
All right, let's have a look at.
But don't be like Australian fucking Chinese league.
Have we got national? Have we got Australians who ever played for United?
United, Australian. I want to say no.
Bosnich.
But there will be some.
Bosnich.
Yeah, I was just about to say there'll be some niche fucking player that I completely forgot about. Or the chat can decide, or you can decide. Right. Whoever.
Let me just.
Let's have a look.
And Google this. It's just I want to see like if there's a list of like players that have country. I know what to do.
Okay.
I want you to name. We're gonna go for United squad.
Yeah.
And I want you to name every nationality of United squad members.
Every nationality?
Yeah.
So are you going to say the players, or you just want me to go through the team?
No. Just give me the nationalities.
Okay.
So, Altay Bayindir.
Turkish.
Andre Onana.
Cameroon.
Tom Heaton.
English.
Has he played for England?
No. He's English.
Let's throw it in. So should we do? Actually, let's not do the modern squad because that'll be too easy, won't it?
Okay.
Let's go back.
I like a bit of a challenge.
Let's go back.
Again, people in the chat, leave a like on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I'm pretty sure most of you are who are in there. But let's get involved. Let's see what challenge we've got upcoming. Get in the mix.
I'm just trying to figure out what to fucking Google.
I was going to say it's Friday night then. I'm way ahead of myself. It's fucking Tuesday.
It's fucking
Tuesday is arguably the worst day. It has to be the worst day. Because Monday, you're like...
Wednesday's hump day, isn't it?
I know, but then, you know, you're midway through. You're halfway through the week then. So it's like, it's a milestone at least. Tuesday's like a fake
Here
Monday.
we go. Right, which players have the most international caps for the countries that they play for?
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, he's on there. Not like this is throughout United's history as well, so not just modern squad.
Most caps for their country. So,
Yeah.
are we doing each individual countries, or I'm confused a little bit?
So I've got a list of players here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's 20 players here, and they all hold records for things. So let's just see how many you can get.
Right, I'll go Rooney.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Neville.
Nope.
No. Neville for England.
No.
Oh wow. Scholes.
Scholes. Yeah.
Giggs.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is where it gets tough. Most international cap. Varane's got to be on there, surely. For France.
No, there's somebody with more for France.
Oh, interesting. For United, more caps for France.
Yeah.
Evra.
Yeah, Evra's got 379.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That surprised me. Okay, Roy Keane.
Roy Keane's in there. There's one that's a little bit obscure, but he is a United legend.
Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to track back a little bit now to go to that Fergie kind of era.
Think countries not like countries you sort of actively. Vidic is in there.
Yeah. Ooh. I was going to say David De Gea, but he didn't. Did he play that much for Spain?
No,
he didn't, did he?
Fuck off, Brian. Keith Gillespie. What are you talking about?
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, Ibra's there.
That's got to be on there. Definitely. Running out. Scholes, Keane. Strikers. I'm thinking obscure. Park Ji-sung? Is he on there?
Yeah, he's on there. I think Son must have overtook him by this point, surely.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Park Ji-sung was massive.
Yeah.
For South Korea.
But there's two Scandi ones you should get.
I said Zlatan. You got Zlatan, right?
Yeah. But there's two
Larson?
more. I mean, you could count Larson, but he wasn't really here that long, was he?
Yeah, true. Lindelof, is he on there?
He's not quite there. He's getting up there, but he's not quite there.
Yeah. Scandinavian. Players. Ericsson. Ericsson on
No,
there.
Ericsson's not on there.
Oh, Peter Schmeichel.
Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
There's one more.
One more Scandinavian player. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
There you go.
Yeah. Is that everyone? Or is there more?
I'm just trying to look through now.
Brian Robson.
Brian Robson, yeah, he's on there. And then you've got Dutch.
Nistelrooy?
No, he's not got as many as you'd think.
Interesting. Stam?
He's got a few, but not more than this guy.
Dutch? Am I missing someone big here? Dutch?
Adam's got it in the chat.
I don't want to look. I want to guess it myself. Fucking hell. Dutch player for United. He's got loads of caps. I mentioned Nistelrooy. I mentioned Stam.
He had one of the best seasons at United ever.
I'm gonna kill myself when I find out this. I really, really am. Give us area of the pitch that he played.
Forward.
It's not Nistelrooy, a Dutch forward.
Come on,
Oh
man.
my god. No, it's not Depay. Because I
No,
thought
it's not
Depay.
Depay.
No.
No.
I was going to say, fucking hell. Because I know he's broke the record for Netherlands, hasn't he? In terms of, I think,
Does this
goal
help?
scoring. Oh my god. Half missed, man. Dirty, man. Fucking hell, that's atrocious.
Edwin van der Sar's up there as well with Dutch appearances.
Edwin as well, yeah. Bobby Charlton, someone just mentioned.
Bobby
Brian in the chat.
yeah.
I'm livid.
Billy Meredith and George Best as well. So you can put up there.
Yeah, them two a little bit. It's like 60s in it, so I probably wouldn't have got that. I'm pissed off at that Van Persie one. I was doing all right up until then.
Juan Mata's got quite a lot as well for Spain.
Yeah, I can imagine. So yeah, hopefully you lot enjoyed that. Just for the end of the show, quick late night live. We might do a few more of these because I think more people get involved. It's a little bit later on. They settle from work and stuff. So yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop a follow on socials as well: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. If you're active on there, search Real Reds Talk. And we'll see you for the rest of the week for content, guys. Take care. Don't work too hard. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Peace.